Sometimes the most simple idea can take on new meaning and become something larger than expected.
And that's the case at one local high school where students found a new use for an old space. It's a great example of what's right with our schools.
This is a Stairwell session. It's a YouTube channel that lets students at Weaver Academy for Performing and Visual Arts share their talents with the world.
We always get to showcase our talent to people that go here and parents that go here. But the cool thing is we can show like relatives or anybody else we know that doesn't necessarily live here. Like we can just send them the link and they can watch it, and people from all over the world can watch it. So it's really cool to know that your music and something that you love to do, like other people get to see it.
It started almost 2 years ago, the idea of a guitar student who had seen something similar on PBS. He approached his instructor, Patrick Louis.
The first thing that came to my mind is, where are we going to record these, sessions? And so finally somebody said, why don't we go to the back stairwell? Nobody ever, used that. And I go, okay, let's do that.
The idea caught on, and now students can't wait to record.
If we're going to be like professional musicians, we have to know like that we're going to be all over everywhere. People are going to record us, post it everywhere. We have to get used to that type of stuff if we're going to, be musicians.
Plus, it's a great way for them to learn.
I mean, listening to it, you really get to hear what works and what doesn't work, and then you can go back and fix it. And it's an excellent tool for improvement.
Like nobody else can hear it probably, but then when I listen to myself, I'm like, oh, that's where I messed up. Like I need to fix that section.
The performances feature students in every discipline at the high school.
You can have some art, and then you can have some guitar and some singing and some piano, and so it just shows like the diversity of like Weaver.
And it brings about a lot of pride, but not just from the students.
My mom, she found it, and so she sent it to everyone she knew, like all of her family members, and like every time we went, I remember we went to like Thanksgiving dinner, and everybody was like, oh, I saw your Stairwell sessions, it was so good.
Kudos coming from a larger audience than they could ever fit into an auditorium, the world stage.
If you would like to see these for yourself, you can go to YouTube. The address there is kind of long and convoluted, so what I suggest you do is go to youtube.com and then just search for the Weaver Stairwell Sessions. I'm telling you, there's so much talent on there, Melissa. It's just incredible. I was listening, I was like, these are high school students?
I know. Wouldn't it be neat if one day one or more of those students became famous and we look back at the Weaver Stairwell Sessions as kind of like their beginnings?
Yes.
I bet that could happen.
I bet it could too. And you notice that some of those were not shot in the stairwell.
Right.
Because you can't put a piano in the stairwell and
that wouldn't work.
the drums and all. So, but they still call it the stairwell session, Emily, because that's where it got its start.
Yeah, and there are a number of Weaver students who have made it big, and that would be really fun to just compile the list, because I bet there are a lot of familiar faces that you don't realize went to Weaver Academy. Hey.